All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're exploring a song that is just both beautiful and absolutely heartbreaking. We're talking about the Filipino song If na Hangin. And this isn't just a song, it's a whole emotional journey. We're going to see devotion, we're going to see doubt, and that really, really tough process of letting go. And the craziest part? It all gets carried on something as simple as a gust of wind.
So, the song kicks off with this incredibly poetic line, which is really the central image for the whole thing. It's not just talking about the wind, you know? It's a messenger, a whisper. And right there, boom, that sets this deeply personal, almost mysterious tone for everything that's about to unfold. So where does this whole story start? Well, it begins in this place of quiet, almost invisible devotion. It's a love that runs incredibly deep, but one our narrator feels is completely and totally unseen.
And right out of the gate, the very first verse lays out the core problem here. You've got this stark contrast. On one side, our narrator is saying, I'm here for you, I'm ready to support you. But then on the other side, this person is just speeding through life, right? So fast they don't even seem to notice, leaving the narrator in the dust. It's just such a powerful and immediate picture of a totally one-sided connection. And this line just shows you the depth of that one-sided affection. I mean, the narrator's entire world, the sun, the moon, everything, it all revolves around this one person. It's such a profound statement of love, but it feels like it's being whispered into an empty room. All of this builds up to this really powerful and honestly super relatable feeling. Have you ever poured all your energy and support into someone only to feel like you're a ghost in their life? That's exactly the emotional space the song puts us in. Being present, being loyal, but feeling completely invisible. Okay, so let's get back to the song's central metaphor. That Ihip na Hangin, that gust of wind, becomes so much more than just a feeling. It pretty much becomes a character itself, a carrier of memory and all these unspoken emotions.
So what does it really mean in the context of the song? It's definitely not just a breeze. It represents three key things. First, a fleeting presence, something you can feel but can never hold on to. Second, it's a constant reminder of what used to be. And third, it's a vessel for all the feelings that were never ever said out loud. And this is exactly its job in the song. Every single time the narrator feels that gust of wind, it's like a phantom touch, a sensory trigger that says, hey, they are still here. It keeps the memory so painfully and also beautifully alive, even when they're gone.
But, that kind of one-sided devotion can't last in a vacuum forever. So now the story shifts to this really painful turning point where that unwavering certainty starts to just crumble into doubt and a deep internal conflict. And this is the moment where everything changes. The narrator finally gives voice to the question that's been eating them alive. Was I ever loved? You can just feel the weight of that. Was any of this real? Was the love I felt ever returned, even for a single moment? I mean, a question like that, it threatens to unravel your entire reality.
And that leads to the ultimate dilemma, right? The central struggle of the whole song, habulin or limutin. Should I chase after this person or should I somehow find a way to forget them? It's that classic battle between your head and your heart. And the lyrics make it so clear that there is no easy answer.
And what makes this struggle so powerful is the realization that comes with it. I have to feel it all alone. Whatever the narrator decides to chase or to forget, they know they have to face the pain and the consequences completely by themselves. It's a moment of just profound loneliness. So this brings us to the final and honestly the most heartbreaking stage of this whole journey, the resolution. And it's not about winning or losing. It's about the painful but necessary art of accepting reality and finally starting to let go. There's this incredibly vulnerable moment where the narrator is actually apologizing, asking for forgiveness. But it's hit with this devastating realization. The person they're talking to, they just don't care anymore. And you have to wonder, how do you even find closure when the other person is already completely gone? Not just physically, but emotionally too.
So the narrator starts this very deliberate three-step process of release. And the choice of words here is so important. First, palalayan. It's about setting the other person free. Then, pakawalan. That's more internal. That's about releasing your own grip. And finally, bibikiwan. This is the final, heavy act of just dropping the weight completely. You can tell it's an active, painful choice.
But letting go is never clean, is it? It's haunted by these small but really specific regrets. Not getting to walk them to their ride, not even getting to say a proper goodbye. These are those little bits of unfinished business that make real closure feel almost impossible.
And so, we come full circle. We end right back where we started, with the wind. The narrator stops asking the person for answers and instead turns back to that whisper. I will listen for the answer in the gust of wind. And wow, what a beautifully uncertain ending. You're left wondering, right? Is that hope? Is it just resignation? Or maybe it's something deeper, an acceptance that some answers, you'll never hear them spoken. You just have to feel them.